Hello and welcome back to Second Tier Talk, where we talk all things Championship. We're back. Nice quick turnaround. Round 12 EFL Championship score predictions, and obviously there were supposed to be a forfeit on the back of it. Well, coincidentally, first time that we've done it, we ended up drawing. We ended up on 6 points apiece, me and Harrison. So we're a little bit stuck for what to do. So what we've decided to do is we are going to double bubble it. So for this one, there's going to be two forfeits on the line. Or one of them is going to be the cinnamon challenge. I know we're rolling it back to like 2015 or whatever it were when that were a thing. But there's going to be another one as well. So if you want to put suggestions in the comments, you can do. That's absolutely fine. If not, we'll come up with one ourselves. But an absolute stinker for the first one that we've done, mate. 6 points apiece over 12 games when you can get up to 2 points in each game is just absolutely ridiculous. We have also come up with a bit of a game breaker, so to speak, I suppose, where we're going to have a marquee fixture that both of us pick. You can pick a different one to the other person if you want to, but for that fixture, if you get it correct or you get the result correct, you get double points for that one. We'll explain it as we go along. Rules will also be in the description below, so feel free to follow along with that one. But there's no time to waste on this one, mate. Let's get straight into it. First fixture that we've got tomorrow, Friday night, under the lights, Preston North End, managed by Paul Heckingbottom, versus the back-to-back win Blades, Chris Wilder's Red and White Army. Preston in 11th, Blades in 21st. How have you got this one?
See, it's an hard one to gauge because obviously Preston have had quite a good start to the season, but then also we are starting to pick up a bit of form. So it's hard. I'm going for a 1-1 draw because it could literally go either way. I think it all depends on who's a better team on the day. Obviously, like it is every day, but who knows who's going to be better on the day? It could be us, it could be them. It's like I said, it's you can't gauge it. So I'm going to try and play it in middle ground and go for a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. I mean, Preston have had a good start to the season. Obviously, they lost the last game against Birmingham last time out at home. Bit of a shock result, I suppose you could say, because Birmingham have not exactly been on massive form either. But I'm going to back us. I think we've turned a corner now, and I'm hoping that we can get back-to-back away wins. And I'm going to go 2-1 Blades. I'm going to go 2.
I'd be happy with that, but not for the score prediction video.
Say that again, mate. Sorry.
I said I'd be happy for that, but not for the score predictions. We want a draw.
Yeah. So I think based on what we've seen in the last two games from the Blades, Sheffield United, we do seem to have turned a corner a little bit. We were abysmal in first half against Blackburn, and we rightly went in 1-0 down at half time, but we made 3 changes early on in the second half, put them to the sword after that, and it were pretty much smooth sailing. I know Blackburn are struggling, and they're definitely going to be down there come the end of the season, I think. But I think we've got the confidence back now, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to put Preston to the sword. But moving swiftly on, the high flyers of the season, unbeaten so far, putting every team to the sword, left, right, and centre. Free flowing, free scoring Coventry versus 12th place Watford, who got a fantastic result against West Brom midweek. So,
yeah,
this could be an interesting game. However, I don't think it's going to be personally. I think it's going to be straightforward. But how have you got it?
See, I got a prediction last week, midweek, quite wrong with Watford because when they played us, they weren't really good looking side whatsoever. They looked shocking. Worst team we played this season. And I said all that, and then they end up getting a result against West Brom. So it's like, ooh. But I think it'll be bread and butter for Coventry. I can't see this Watford team doing any problems at all. So I've gone for a 3-1 Coventry win. How you got it, Con?
I've got it 2-0. I've got it 2-0. I think Coventry are free flowing. They're going to be scoring a lot of goals, and Watford are not particularly a fantastically defensive team.
No.
But I just can't see them scoring 3 and 4 goals every week like they are currently. I know last couple of games they've only scored 2. And I think that trend is going to continue for a little bit. But scoring 2 goals a game, teams that you're playing against, they've got to score 2 goals to even get a draw against you. So, but I'm going for a routine 2-0 win. I think they'll score 2 goals early and then coast after that.
Yeah,
So
I think no matter what that result, whatever that fixture is, it's always going to be a Coventry win, isn't it? Unless something miraculous happens, but it's always going to be
could
a
do.
Coventry win.
We had some weird results in the last one. There weren't a single draw in any of the championship games, so maybe we might see a couple more this time round. But for a full set of fixtures to not have a single draw in is really strange. But moving swiftly on, so these were on the wrong end of a surprise result in midweek.
Yes.
Ipswich versus West Brom, both teams on the wrong end of surprise results. Ipswich getting drilled 3-0 at home against Charlton, and West Brom obviously lost to Watford. So two teams looking to make a swift recovery. How have you got this one?
So it's another hard one to gauge, in my opinion, because obviously last time out we both thought Ipswich were going to not run away with, but be quite a comfortable win. Not exactly four or five goals, but a good performance and a decent win. But the exact polar opposite happened. Same with West Brom. So I've gone for a 1-1 draw. It's incredibly hard to gauge because, as we saw against Charlton, Ipswich got mauled 3-0. And Charlton, when we played them, was not exactly the greatest of teams. So I'm going to go for a 1-1, a board draw.
Yeah, okay. That's fair enough, mate. I'm not going to go for a board draw, exciting draw. I'm going to go for a Desmond. So I've got it 2-2 personally. I think both these teams know how to score goals. They've got fantastic talent at the right end of the pitch. But they're both very on and off with results that they're getting.
Yeah.
Like it could literally, this game could be anything. It could be West Brom 3-0. It could be Ipswich 5-0. It could be a 0-0, or it could be a 2-2. I could literally see anything happening in this game, and I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm going to go for a Desmond. I'm going to go 2-2.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So, next fixture that we have got another two teams coming off of a loss apiece. We've got Portsmouth versus Stoke. Stoke, obviously high flying in comparison to their pre-season expectations. 6th place, Pompey 17th, but really good at home. Tough to break down, tough to beat, as Coventry experienced during midweek. How have you got this one?
So I've gone for a 2-1 Pompey win. I think obviously Stoke are up there, but we all know Stoke's going to drop off at some point this season. It's just going to be a matter of time when, and I reckon that's slowly starting to happen now, especially with the loss against Millwall. So I think, especially with Pompey's home form, I think it'll be a 2-1 win, but not an easy win if that makes sense. It'd be quite an hard fought.
Yeah. I'm gonna match you on that one. I'm gonna say a 2-1 Pompey win as well. Pompey really good at Fratton Park. Got some good attacking talent. Obviously, the Colby Bishop, he's on form at the minute. He's playing well. Always plays well in it. And I believe, is he the one that's come back from like heart surgery or something like that? And
there is one in there. Yes, I believe it is. Is he number 44?
He's something like that. But he's a good player anyway. Really rate him. I've not really kept an eye on Pompey too much. So I don't know if Mark Kozanovski's been playing for him too much, the lad that we were linked to in pre-season. But it'd be interesting, and I will be keeping an eye on the result this weekend to see if he does play or if he's on bench or whatever else. But I do like Pompey. I think they've got a good team. They're very energetic. Good press. When we played them at Bramall Lane last season, we managed to beat them 2-1, but it was a really hard fought game, and they had us under the cosh for a long time. We were lucky to get the result. So I'm going to go a 2-1 win as well. I'm going to match her on that one. So the next one that we have got a team that are really struggling for form. Tells you all you need to know that they lost to us 3-1 midweek at home. Only got 1 point at home so far this season. So we've got Blackburn against Southampton. How have you got this one?
I've got a 2-1 Southampton win. I can't see a result for Blackburn, unfortunately. So they haven't even won a game this season at home. I think it'll continue. Southampton, another team, hit and miss. So they've got the quality. We know they've got the quality. They've got, on paper, they've got one of the best teams in the Championship. So Cameron Archer up top. Obviously, Ross Stewart's now injured. Scored a line against us, by the way. But Blackburn, it's the first half when we played them, it was a sloppy half. I didn't see much quality. Obviously, we just wasn't the best either. But the second half, we popped up again. They couldn't handle it. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 Southampton win on that one. Con, how you got it?
I'm going to go for a Southampton 1-0.
Hmm.
I think Blackburn, they have got a little bit about them going forward. Like, they seem to counter-attack really, really well, but it's just a case of when they get into the good positions, they don't seem to be able to make much of it at all. So they have got a bit of pace. I think it was Deneve or whatever he's called, who caused those problems for Blackburn with his pace, really, really quick. Outpaced Chio Benny, which
Yeah,
tells you how
ridiculous.
quick he is.
Mm.
So they have got a little bit of threat on the counter attack. I just don't see where they're going to get any conversions from, especially with like some of the players that Southampton have got in the team. They're struggling for form at home. It's a toxic atmosphere. They weren't really much atmosphere at all
There weren't
when
many
we
fans
played
there,
them.
to be honest, mate.
No, so
No.
well, obviously they've got a whole very Sheffield Wednesday situation, haven't they? Just not as bad in terms of not got a good relationship with the Venkies at all. So I'm going to go 1-0 Southampton. I think they'll get an early goal and just probably sit behind it, and Blackburn will struggle to break them down.
Yeah, that's a
So
very good.
moving on, another dark horse that are playing really, really well at the minute, and Gerhard Struber seems to be able to get a tune out of this team, and they've made some really, really smart signings over the summer. Bristol City versus Birmingham. How have you got this one?
So I've got a Bristol City win. Only a 1-0 because it's like again Birmingham. It's such a hit and miss. Obviously, I think is Jack Robinson back, or
I
is he
don't
still
think he'll
out?
be playing even if he is back.
Jesus, I'm glad we don't have him anymore. But I say Birmingham, you can't judge them. They spent quite big in the summer transfer window. They brought in some quality players, obviously as well.
Mhm.
Tommy Doyle, Kyogo, top players for the Championship, but it just doesn't seem to be gelling at the minute. And I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of their fans wanting their manager out, so something's not obviously right there, is it? Especially with the money they've spent, you'd like to think they'd be a lot better than what they are.
Mhm.
But obviously Bristol carrying on from last season, don't let playoffs get to him. 1-0 win.
Yeah. So I agree. I think. Oh, just to confirm as well, Jack Robinson won't be back because it's his second red card, so he's guaranteed a minimum 2-game suspension because it's his second red. But I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0. I think Bristol will have too much for him. Obviously, we played him on opening day at season. Fantastic goalkeeper in Vitek.
Yes.
Good going forward. Both the fullbacks seem to be really, really good going forward. They've got Emil Rees, Anis Mehmeti. They've got some fantastic players. Couple of players that I won't mind having in Blades team if the opportunity arose. So I am going to go for a 2-0. And potentially this might be the start of the road to Chris Davies getting sacked for Birmingham. I don't think this result will do it, but I think 2 to 3 more negative results, and the Birmingham owners are definitely going to start asking questions based on their investment over the summer, where they are 13th in the league. It
says a lot when you've spent all that big money, and then the transfer when you're panicking and buying Jack Robinson.
Exactly.
See, something's not right with the manager on that one.
Yeah, there's a few questionable decisions that's gone off this summer. So, yeah, I'm going to go Bristol 2-0. So, next up, we have got Derby versus QPR. I stayed faithful to Richard Coney during the week. He didn't score, but I did get the score right. I said a QPR 1-0 against Swansea, and they managed to get a 1-0 win against Swansea. How have you got this one this time round, mate? Have you got QPR running away as winners, or have you got
I've got
something a bit different?
2-1 QPR win. Say Derby, obviously, like I said previous video, I speak to a lot of Derby fans. I speak to them today. They're not happy at the minute. They're playing dreadfully from what I've made out and from what I've seen myself. So I'm gonna go for a 2-1 QPR win. Rich Coney, my bag, probably will. Seeing how we've said it. So we'll go for a 2-1 win. Maybe Richard Coney goal.
Yeah. So I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for a 1-1. I think even though Derby are playing poorly at the minute and they played a poor team in Norwich that they managed to get a result against midweek, I can see it being a 1-1. I mean, QPR, they were playing against 10 men against Swansea for a long time of the game on, were it yesterday or Tuesday, whenever it were, one of the last 2 days. And they had chances, but they couldn't put the chances away. So I'm going to go
Sounds
for a
very familiar.
1-1. Yeah, I think they'll. Yeah, feels all too familiar.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for a 1-1. I'm going to play it safe on that one. And then next up, we have got two of the surprise packages this season, I'd say. One just outside of the playoffs, one in the playoffs. Hull versus Charlton, 7th versus 5th.
See, this one is going to be quite a good game. Two quite unpredictable teams in terms of form, how we're going to play. So I'm going to go for a Desmond, a 2-2. There's going to be goals. There's bound to be goals. I hope the big man scores. We know what we're talking about. I hope he bags one. But it won't be an easy game for all. Say Charlton just beat Ipswich 3-0 at Portman Road, a place where we got pumped 5-0? 4-0?
5.
So it's going to... Brilliant. So it's going to be a tough game, but a good game. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
So again, in this one, I think Charlton are obviously coming on the back of the one of the best results that you can get in Championship, a 3-0 win, win away at Portman Road. Don't get much better than that.
No.
Hull, we've seen firsthand how they play. They didn't create a boatload against us, but they defended really, really well. But Charlton, based on what we've seen so far with Harvey Nibs and stuff like that, are probably a bit better than us going forward. This one's a tough one to call. I'm going to go for a 1-1. I'm going to go for 2 1-1s on the bounce.
Hard, isn't it? I found this one quite hard to judge. It's two teams where you don't know what they're going to do. Depends who turns up on day, but at the same time, it could go either way.
Yeah.
So 2-2 and a 1-1. Incredibly fair, in my opinion.
Tough one to judge. But moving on, we will go on to Borough versus Wrexham, 2nd versus 15th. And I think Phil Parkinson obviously got a result against Oxford midweek, 1-0 win. Saw the result out with 10 men, and I flicked the back end of the game on, actually. And Wrexham was still on the front foot for a lot of the time that they were down to 10 men. So I was impressed with that. But at the same time, 1-0 win against Oxford at home when probably should be getting better results than that. Ooh.
You're struggling here, Con. You're struggling now.
Yeah. How have you got this one?
See, I've gone for a 2-0 Wrexham, 2-0 Wrexham win, 2-0 Borough win. So it's at Borough. I can't see Wrexham causing too much of a threat to Borough, to be honest with you. Obviously, Borough up there fighting, played incredible against those opponents. Well, probably, in my opinion, the best team we played this season within Borough, as in how they passed it around. They looked like a complete side. Causes problems every time going forward. Look, we had Tanganga, because it would have been a cricket score. It weren't for that bloke.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think a 2-0 Borough win. I can't see Wrexham scoring, in all honesty. So I'm going for a 2-0 win, Connor, for Borough.
I'm going to match you on that, I think. So I watched Borough versus Wednesday yesterday for most of the game. And then, like I said, I flicked Wrexham versus Oxford on for a little bit. Borough struggled against Wednesday. They created a lot of chances early on. They had a stonewall penalty that wasn't given. But Wednesday looked all right, and they were creating a few chances against them towards the back end of the game. So I don't really know how to gauge them, because when Borough have got the confidence and the free flowing, they're unbelievable, and they're tough. They're tough to even get near. So I think Borough are going to have too much quality for Wrexham, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is a shock result here. I am just going to prefix that. But I'm gonna match you on that. I'm going to say 2-0 win, because even though Borough are a fantastic team, I can't see them putting a load of goals past Wrexham. I just think they create chances, but they're not proficient in taking them all the time. Even though they do create a lot of chances, they don't take them all. So I'm going to go 2-0 as well. Moving on, this one is the background for today's video, as we think this is the marquee fixture of the round. We have got Millwall versus Leicester. Millwall in 3rd. Really, really, really good start to the season. And then we've got Leicester in 9th. Leicester have been really on and off. I've seen a lot of Leicester fans are not big fans of Cifuentes at all. So I don't really know what to make of this one, mate, to be honest with you. How have you got
Struggling,
this
again,
one?
struggling.
Yeah.
See, I've gone for a 1-1 draw. The Den is obviously not an easy place to score, no matter who you are. Intimidating. But then at the same time, obviously Leicester on paper got a lot more quality than what Millwall have, especially going forward.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's a very incredibly hard place to go, no matter who you are. So I've gone for a 1-1 draw. It could go either way because obviously Millwall doing incredibly well, but Leicester have that quality. If they just put in second gear a bit more, they'd be up there because the quality they've got is disgusting for this league.
Yeah.
But like I said, Millwall not an easy place to go. So I'm gonna go for a 1-1.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. So, first off, I just want to say thoughts and prayers go out to Fatawu from Leicester. One of the most horrific injuries I've ever seen that he posted on his Instagram or Twitter or whatever it were. Little bit of skin flaking off the top of his foot, saying that this is what it's like when you're getting targeted or whatever it is. Absolutely pathetic, and he needs to grow up. So, just based on that, and out of pure spite and hatred, the fact that he's made that post and made a big deal out of it, I'm gonna go Millwall 2-0. I'm gonna go Millwall. Bunch of big shit houses. Get into Fatawu, make it difficult for him, and make him realise what an actual injury is.
You know what? I didn't see an injury, and I thought something bad had happened. But then when you said that a bit of skin flake, I'm thinking, oh,
it looks like a blister's popped on top of his foot. Mate. It's absolutely pathetic. So, but moving on, because I don't even want to talk about it. Game's completely gone. So we have got two struggling teams in Wednesday and Oxford next. I might surprise people with a couple of. I might surprise a couple of people with the way that I'm going to predict this one. But how have you got it?
See, it's a hard one because I think people when they see Sheffield Wednesday, they've got literally a squad full of kids, few senior players sprinkled in there. They've got emergency keepers. I think everyone who comes to play Sheffield Wednesday think it'll be a walk in the park. But apart from the Coventry game, have they really been battered to the point it's been embarrassing? Nothing's coming to mind for me. They might
Nothing
have,
off the top of my head.
but I think people underestimate Wednesday a lot.
Oh, Stoke at home. Stoke at home.
Stoke home, yeah, with that 4.
Tasted them 3 or 4-0.
3. But apart from that, though, they get very, very, very close to getting a result at Leicester first game of the season. Last night, we're only 1-0 Borough. Everyone thought would have run away with it. I think it's the fact of people underestimate them a little bit because they see a squad on paper full of kids, full of emergency loans. It's like, oh, it'll be easy, walk in park. They're rubbish, these. But then at the same time, Wednesday, from what I've seen, I've watched the Leicester game.
They're fighting.
And you know what? I saw more fight against Leicester, than anything we did on the Ruben Sayers. And that's a team full of professionals being paid full whack week after week. And they were playing kids. And they showed more fight than what we did.
Yeah.
So I've got to give credit. I've got to give credit where credit is due. But I do just see a 1-0 Oxford win. But it won't be easy. It won't be easy at all.
Build them up like that and then set them up for a fall, predicting them to win.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go Wednesday 1-0.
That's fair. See, I was literally on edge about this, but I don't want to predict them to win.
The thing is, as well, there is a bit of a myth about Wednesday at the minute that they are playing a squad full of kids and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, most of the bench, I think all of the bench were under 22 last night, which is crazy. But their starting 11 are all senior seasoned professionals. So it is a little bit of a myth, but at the same time, they have got Joe Lumley as their emergency keeper, which I have got to give him a bit of praise for last night because he did make a couple of good saves at times. Should have had a penalty and potentially sent off for what he did to, I think it was Conway.
Yes, I saw that. That was
a bit naughty. But I've seen us play Oxford this season, and I've seen enough of Wednesday to know that Wednesday will not go down without a fight in this game. So I think that they're going to get a win. I think they'll put Oxford to the sword. So moving on to the last fixture that we've got, two, again, pretty much pick-em teams. This one, this could be 4-0 either way. It could be a boring 0-0. It could be a 1-0 either way. Anything happens in this game, you won't be surprised. No. Swansea versus Norwich. Norwich in 22nd, really, really struggling, and Swansea in 16th. Yeah,
Norwich spent some money as well in summer.
They did.
For this one, I've gone for a 2-1 Swansea win. Norwich have been abysmal this season for what they have been. Obviously, Liam Manning's been sacked, I believe.
I don't know, has he?
Either has been sacked or he's very close to being sacked. I'm sure I saw something about him being sacked. Because they're asking for Mark Robbins. I saw some posts. They were saying they should go for Mark Robbins, but why would Mark Robbins leave Stoke to join Norwich? I don't know. But obviously, with the start of the season, Norwich have been quite bad. Probably, I think they haven't even won a game at home. I know that. I think it's only Blackburn and Norwich who haven't even picked up a home win yet this season. So I'm going to go for obviously they're away, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 Swansea win. Unfortunately for Swansea, Yao Koué will be out. I do think he is quite a good player.
He's very good.
Brighton.
Swansea are at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's struggling again.
Honestly, I'm looking at it and nothing is jumping out to me whatsoever. Because Josh Sargent could just turn up and score 3. But then Swansea could just get an early goal and then just pass Norwich to death and just bore them to death. But
he's thinking.
I'm gonna go a Swansea 1-0 win. Liam Manning gets sacked.
That's fair. He's not been sacked yet.
No.
Oh, I swear I saw something about him being sacked, but obviously I was wrong. Never mind.
I'm gonna go for a Swansea 1-0 win and Liam Manning gets sacked on back of it.
That's fair enough. Right, Connor, we've come to end of score predictions. Who will be your bonus fixture for this round?
I'm just looking at the list now.
I've got in mind. It's a hard list. This week is a hard one to gauge. But there's one clear one for me, and that'd be Coventry Watford. That's my bonus fixture.
I just don't know if I want to open up with that one, though, because we can't go 2 teams on the bounce, can we? No, we can't go for the same team twice on the bounce.
No.
So I am going to go for Borough. I'm going to go for Borough against Wrexham.
That is fair enough.
Which I had as a 2-0, I believe.
Yes, we've read it the same. Yeah, I've got it as a 2-0 on my paper.
Who are you going for?
I've gone for Coventry Watford. For me, on the whole fixtures this weekend, it's a very, very weird string of fixtures. There's not one game which screams to me domination and good win. They're all going to be hard games. They're all quite fairly matched, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But for me, there's only one game which I really would back them to win. That's Coventry out of the whole fixtures. Because I don't want to go using Coventry to begin with at the start. But unfortunately, I have to look at these fixtures. There's not one screaming out to me apart from Coventry. So that's my bonus fixture.
So we've both gone safe. I've picked second. You've picked first. So
next week I'll pick Borough. You'll pick Coventry.
Yeah, probably. Probably. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting one. This one, I could literally see all of these games going any single way. I could see them all being wins, draws, or losses for any team. So I know it's just cliche to say, and it's an easy way of saying it, but there is no easy games in Championship, and I think that fixture list proves it. It's so hard. So right, as we mentioned, obviously we are going to double up the forfeit. So get it in the comments what you want the second forfeit to be, or if you just want to double up the cinnamon, where we have 2 scoops of it instead of 1, we can do that. But get it in the comments and obviously let us know. Put your predictions in the comments as well. Let us know how you think the fixtures are going to go this week. And drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel for more Championship content moving forward. And thank you very much for watching. And we'll catch you on the next one.